quote that I love, and I find it extremely true, is by Maya Angelou, and it's, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So that, I think, is important. I think if you've touched a life and made them feel good, that doesn't go away. You never lose that. We moved to Middleburg. I was about 1, so it was 1954 or early 55. And Dad had bought a photography studio in Middleburg that just he happened upon when he went out. They sent him out for a job and fell in love with it. And so he bought the studio and we moved to Middleburg, and I've been there my whole life. My father was a gentleman. He was kind, he was thoughtful, he was smart, and he very quietly did what he did. Basically, that's what I learned, is just how to be kind and not be showy, and, you know, enjoy what you have and love your life. And then my mother, at the same time, 1956, she opened the Fun Shop, which is in Middleburg, and she always wanted to have a store, so she opened the Fun Shop. It was mostly children's and toys. It's in its 61st year, and my sister and I manage it now. I first became interested in rescue when one of the ladies that worked at our shop was a member of the Ladies Auxiliary. I think I was sort of fascinated with that world of the running rescue and you know, answering calls, and so that really got me going. Is that once I got that taste of it, I thought, you know, I think I'd really like to run calls and help people do something. I think I felt anxious that I wasn't able. I was there obviously helping firefighters, but I wasn't jumping in and doing something I could to help the individuals. Running rescue gave me, it made me feel good. I mean, I know there are times I help save a life, and I know there are times that I help make someone feel better. And I think, you know, that's the most important part of it, that you're making them feel better, you're making the family feel better, you're trying to keep everyone calm. So my husband, Mark Davis, and I, ironically, we met. The first time we ever actually saw each other was on a rescue call. Mark came on the scene as sheriff's office and saw us struggling. So he came over and said, you know, let me help, and he got it unhooked. And so later on in my life, we kind of met again and just, you know, became friends and went out on some dates, and the rest is history. I think I'm most proud of my children. I have 3 daughters. I think the biggest thing besides their talents is their compassion. They make me smile. I mean, I'm just so proud of all 3 of them. And even though they're so completely different in their lives, they're all wonderful. I mean, they're my life. They are my life. Many years ago, I guess it was probably mid to late 90s, there was an opening on the Board of Zoning Appeals in Middleburg. I obviously said I would do that, and I was appointed by the state. And so when I was on that, then council member Trowbridge Littleton was on the council, and he was going to be retiring from it. So he came to me when he knew he was not going to run and said, had you ever considered running for town council? I also had just moved into town, the town limits, which is what, you know, you have to be. So knowing I was now in the town limits and he was going to be retiring, he asked if I would be interested in running, and I kind of thought, well, I don't think anybody would want me on council. So, and then after a couple years, I was elected vice mayor, And then Tim Demas, who was our mayor at the time, he had been mayor 10 years when he finally said, I'm not going to run again. And he had asked me, have you considered running? And I'm like, are you kidding? No. Mayor, me? No. So he kind of kept saying, you really, you need to do this. You need to do this. And so finally, I think I had a weak moment and signed up and, went to the county board and put my name in the hat, and I was elected. I ran because I love my town. I've always been firmly committed to the decisions I make are what I truly think are good for the town. It's what the town needs. I hope that I'll be remembered by the love I had for Middleburg, for my town, my family, my friends, that I was a good friend, a good mother, a good wife, good daughter. But I think, generally to the town, I hope people remember that I truly loved my town. I did make a difference. I always hope that I can leave it a little nicer than I got it. I mean, it's always been a lovely town, and I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with it, but I just think it's nice that if I can feel like I've just left it a little better than I found it, and been honest about everything I've done, and that I cared, and maybe even in the community, not just as mayor, but with the rescue work I did, that I did some things for friends in my community, maybe made somebody feel a little better, or took care of them, or maybe saved a life. If I went away today, I have no regrets. I have loved my life. I've loved my friends, family. I've been very blessed.